because I'm worth it.
Yeah. I was vibing the entire time. I felt like the vibing bunny.
We don't need vibing bunny. We got vibing Xray girl.
You just kind of get caught as the camera turns back on. Just like deer in
The camera's on the whole time.
I know, we just have a whole full screen of Xray girl. And nobody would complain, I don't think.
At some point, you're just gonna like play the music, but not that. And so Xray girl doesn't know she's actually live.
I'm just like going at it, dancing, you know, it's fine.
I do a mix of you and, well, I don't have Epic Mike recorded because he was backstage and tiny, but when he was just vibing.
Poor guy just got called tiny.
My favorite thing is making Mike do the hair wiggle.
Oh, I love
Every time it makes me laugh.
Bro, I love his hair so much.
I know, he's great.
Just like scrunch it all
You
over.
just scrunch it.
That felt awkward. Phantom scrunching.
You are literally the meme. Can I touch your hair?
Yeah. Feels nice and it usually smells good. Okay, whatever.
It usually smells good.
Yeah,
You're not wrong.
there is like when it's like super curly, the black hair, they have like coconut oil or some product in it.
Cocoa butter.
Because they can't wash their hair like more than like once or twice a week.
The more you know with Xray girl.
No, but like
you're right though. You're right. I know.
I wax their eyebrows and I'm just like, you smell so good. Yeah, that's very Joe Biden.
Yeah.
There you go.
At least
And
it's
that's
not
the
children.
story of how Xray girl got fired.
If you're wondering why I'm in jail.
We actually don't do this one on Rumble. I just do the Wicked's World Live on Rumble. Saucy Saturdays is a YouTube exclusive.
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 I'm gonna get crap for that. The eyebrows. She waxes eyebrows.
Yeah, I used to wax people's
to,
hair, and you know, when you're waxing the eyebrows, you generally smell people's hair being so close to it.
It happens,
Mm-hmm.
which is probably a bad thing sometimes too.
Yeah, if they stink.
Yeah, but would they? I mean, surely if you're like that careful that you go in to have your eyebrows waxed, I imagine you'll at least wash your hair as well. Because it seems a bit of a very specific thing to just care about your eyebrows, but nothing else.
You would think that, but there are some really weird people out there. I once had a girl come in. She ran in to get her Brazilian wax. Like she literally ran from her place to the place of where I worked, and she was sweaty. And I'm like, "Are you freaking kidding me?" Like, I'm like, "Do you want to go to the bathroom to freshen up?" She's like, "No, I'm good." I'm like,
You sure?
I want you to go to the bathroom to freshen up, please and thank you.
I would very much like if you did that. Thanks. Ew. Yeah, that's nasty. Man, you're a trooper for that. I couldn't
good
wax
tips.
people.
That was good too.
Good. Well, that's good. I mean, yeah, I haven't gone for a while. I just like do my eyebrows myself, but I used to go to like the nail place and get the eyebrow wax. And I always tipped them good. They were nice.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So yeah,
So what
good old
is,
times.
What do you have to
everyone-
do to be a nasty eyebrow waxer? I mean, they're already inflicting massive pain on you. And so it's like they kind of get away with being as sadist as it is.
You're like, stay still. Just
Oh my god.
It's like, ugh, it's quite aggressive.
they're very aggressive.
Although
Girly
they probably
street.
don't do the grunt at the same time. That might be a bit rude. I don't know. Like it's really stuck on that. Ugh.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
That has rarely happened.
No, it's like the what is it? The movie The 40-Year-Old Virgin when he gets his back waxed.
Kelly Clarkson.
Oh yeah, and that was for real too. Apparently,
Yeah, that was
he
his
had some
actual
curls.
back. It wasn't
Yeah.
even fake.
No, it was
And he
his
says
chest.
Yeah, his chest.
says he's never going to do it again because he's had more problems with
he's
like hair getting growing
hairy.
and stuff. Like
He's
never.
hairy.
Yeah, he was like a
Oh.
bear. It was insane.
Yeah, I've met hairier guys than that. If you can imagine it.
Dang. He
I
had
mean, there's
like
got to
the
come a
Austin
point where you're
Powers
just like, I
chest.
don't care. I'm just gonna leave it. Like,
Just gonna leave it.
yeah. It's like at this point, it's your problem. It's like it's
I mean,
too much effort.
You are made for cold weather if you have that much body hair. Just imagine. You don't need as much clothing.
You're a bear.
Literally.
Literally. Yeah.
You'd make a great assassin. You just lie down on the floor with your top off. No one knows you're there.
I was just gonna say, because I have a picture of Rob Williams right behind me, and you can't see it, but his arm is furry as heck in this picture. You just can't see it.
Oh my god. Disparu, are you a hairy man? Do you even have like arm hair?
Back hair.
I don't remember.
I don't have back hair, no.
Well, that's
Do I
good.
have arm
I don't
hair?
really like back
Everyone
hair.
has
No
arm
offense.
hair.
No, I barely have arm hair.
Really? Yeah, but everyone does.
No,
even
it's
if it's like a
arm
tiny...
hair is just like really fine, so you can't see it, but it's always there.
Can
We're
you
like-
see it? Can you see it? Oh my
No
god,
arm
why is my
hair.
elbow so red?
Oh, now we've
Probably
got into
from
investigation
streaming
of
all
Xray Girl's elbow. Yeah,
Poor
I do
Mark.
that a lot. So my elbows are always like glowing red.
There you go.
Yeah, this one gets it because I'm always leaning on this one while I'm typing.
No,
and...
you can't get away. You brought up elbows first, but the moment I mentioned my eyebrows, you're like, well, that was weird. No!
I didn't say it was
You brought
weird.
No, who said it was weird?
I never said it was weird.
You went, fair enough. It's like,
Fair enough.
Why are we talking about
I was
eyebrows? Why are we
agreeing.
talking about eyebrows on the stream?
Agreeing enough. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. This is the real test for hairiness. Do you have hair on your toes?
Most men do, I feel
I've-
like, even a little bit.
I think
Like
Gotta
on your,
check.
like on the knuckle, like right here,
And your toe knuckle.
and on,
I
on
was
the,
going to
on the
say my
top.
toes don't have knuckles. That'd be weird.
It's like a version.
I'd
'cause
be
you
like
have
Brie
your-
Larson.
Red Flintstone feet.
You have your what's it called? IP joints, interphalangeal joints.
Yeah, you should probably
Okay,
just call it a
anyways, I got
knuckle.
you.
I mean, you just have more chance of me
Well,
understanding.
fine. Oh my god, okay, no, the knuckle. Do you have hair on your knuckles?
It's like,
Oh,
doc-
I
what
don't.
was- what was it? The doctors that you have like heart attack, but they always call it like a myocardial infarction or something like that. It's like, come on, just call
Yeah,
it a
like-
heart attack like everybody else.
Too
Mhm,
much.
mhm.
You're
You
doing too much.
pretentious
Yeah,
little.
you have a cut. It's called a laceration.
Yeah, I mean, no, you're just taking the piss. You're just trying to show off. And the thing is,
Sorry,
they have to
guys.
explain
I
it.
don't know what the stream turned into, but
They have to
continue,
explain it to the
Disparu.
patient, and they give like the medical definition, and they're just like, "What?" And then he has to tell you it in normal speak anyway. So
Yes.
It's true.
Yes. It is true. It's true. We just like to be pretentious and say these big words so that we confuse people.
So we can
I
feel
went to school for a
smart.
reason.
It's true.
Oh my gosh. So
Yeah, they got to make it sound medical so they can charge you more. They-
Yeah.
The more
Yeah.
syllables it has, the more it's gonna cost.
So, how was your guys' day? What have you been getting up to? I think Disparu's been watching Cats. We're gonna get into that shortly.
What kind of
Well,
cat?
you don't have to make me sound like some kind of. I've not been hanging out like walls, just watching them go by.
He's just outside watching the street cats go by.
Yeah.
Just on his like time when he's not, watching Robin in the Hood.
I just go looking
watching
for
cats.
strays.
Forget people watching. He cat watches.
Oh my gosh. That stream, whatever 8-hour stream. I mean,
Mhm.
there's these cat cafes. I think
That
there's
was a
one in
cat
Toronto.
cafe in Los
Yeah.
I
Angeles.
think there's one in
They're
Orlando.
so cute. I personally wouldn't go to one because I think that's super unsanitary. But, I like the idea for someone who wants to have some free pet therapy. Sure.
I'm more of a dog person. I don't dislike cats, but I'm more of a, like the puppers. The Marvel Cats live stream is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I managed to just subject a lot of people to cat ASMR just without any notice at all.
Yeah, thanks for that. My ears loved it. I was sitting there having a good.
loud.
I was having a good time too. I was watching a nice video.
And
I'm
then
like,
you had a
"Oh,
better time.
What did Disparu
You know what? We
send?"
should share that video because we had to live through it. I think the chat needs
Oh, I
to
put it in
live
my
through
video. It's like anyone that watches that video a few minutes in, it's just there. Like, for no reason.
You want me to pull it up or do you got it?
I want you to
do
pull
it.
up. Yeah.
I want you to pull it up.
Yeah,
I don't
pull it
even
up
wanna-
for
oh.
me, Wicked.
I love how this is what we're starting with. It's okay.
Cass
Kind of
ASMR.
fell on there.
At one point, she's like rubbing the mic with a brush and all kinds of stuff. That section goes on for ages.
With her what? Sorry?
She's got like a hairbrush and she's brushing the mic with it
Oh, it's
while the cats
like
are licking the
ASMR.
mic.
That is disgusting. I hate the sound of that like clicky in your mouth.
Oh, the
with
clicking is horrible.
the spit and bleh.
Yeah, I was watching Joe Rogan and they start eating pizza on the stream.
No.
And it's horrible. I skip like 30 minutes until they stop
No.
eating because it's like full on.
So
Oh,
it's
it's
called
horrible.
people who don't like that, it's called misophonia.
I don't like it either.
Yeah,
It's
your eating shouldn't
disgusting.
make noise. Your mouth should be closed.
It
I was
should
on a
be
Discord
closed.
call with someone once who was eating cereal.
Yeah, I tell
Oh
them to shut
no,
up.
the crunching.
I muted him.
Like,
Like, tell him to shut up.
You need to mute yourself. Or I'm muting you.
I muted her. We weren't like playing a game. It was like, oh god, but it was the worst thing. And like honestly, my ears.
And
hurt.
I will literally be like, oh, I'm about to eat lunch, so I'm gonna call you back once I'm done because I hate
Like,
doing that to people.
If I ever eat on stream, because like if I go away from my mic,
mute.
you don't hear me. I like if I'm playing, like I was eating chips the one time on like Kick on someone else's stream, but I just like went over here because you can't hear when I'm away from my mic.
Yeah,
So
I mean, eating crisps is.
that's
asking
different.
for trouble.
That's not this.
But I've seen loads of people eat, like, streamers, they stream like 10, 12 hours, so they
So they
eat
gotta
quite
eat.
regularly on the stream.
Yeah.
And I still don't hear them eat, because they just chew with their mouth closed.
Yeah, that's
You have to
And
deliberately do
when-
it.
yeah.
Mm-mm. When people chew with their mouths open, oh.
Well, it's the
Alright,
only way you can make noise when you're eating. Unless it's something like crisps, where, the clue's in the name.
All
Or
right, guys, you ready?
they're on their like cough button, maybe.
I don't think the chat's ready for this. Sorry.
Ah! Did they put like peanut butter on there or something? Like
Probably.
why? There's someone probably
Everyone's
beating
gonna
off to this
leave.
sound.
Ew,
They're like,
you're right though. Stop. You're right though.
they're like, oh, that tantalizes me.
My favorite thing is just so no one went in the stream and was like, this is weird, what's happening? They had ASMR floating around the screen just so everyone knew it's not weird, it's ASMR, it's alright. This is deliberate.
Yeah,
Mm.
sorry. You know what, guys? Disparu did that to me an Xray girl, so you guys
I
had to have
know.
it happen to you. Like
Yeah.
we were having a wonderful
I
day.
had headphones on too.
Me, so did
Both of
I.
you did!
Because I was like, oh,
Oh, you're like, oh, cats!
Oh,
you're
cats,
so
what's
cute
this?
looking. Was
Yeah.
not cute in my ears.
It wasn't. It was horrible. That's
I
Ron
even
for blind.
specifically got the bit where there's two of them going at us at the same time. To make
That's what
it...
she said. How many views were on that stream in total after the live
Let me
stream?
look it up.
Last time I checked, it was around 100k. Now, I'm
And
not
that's
sure
not
how that compares
horrible.
to their other... The thing is, they've got like 24 million subs, right?
Oh, that's bad then. They should be reaching like even
Yeah.
5 to 10%.
Because their videos
That was
obviously...
an 8-hour stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because their videos obviously get a lot... Well, actually, looking at a lot of the Captain Marvels, they don't.
Not recent, no.
Their big trailers still get millions. But their live streams... Oh, they did Marvel Live in New York City. They got like 826,000. Oh, they did one on day 4, got 20,000, 40,000, 57,000. Okay. Compared to
That's
a lot
pretty
of their
bad.
streams, it actually did really well.
60K
Yeah.
at a con though. That's not good.
No, it's not. I mean,
That
Gary
is
gets more
not.
stream views on his streams than
So does
that.
Disparu.
Yeah, and they have significantly less subs
Yeah, how much do they have? They have
compared to
20
24 million.
million, 20.2 million subscribers. Wow.
There you go.
Andrew Matthews been a member for 2 months. Thank you. What had the better story, the cat stream or Robin Hood? Probably the cat stream.
I like the cat stream.
Yeah, I'm not even sure. The story of Robin Hood is basically, we're just dirty thieves. That's basically every episode is, let's just go and steal from somebody for no reason and then claim we deserve it. They're not stealing for good. There's no At first, they tried to
just
claim
want
there was
to.
a reason. Yeah, well, at first it was like, well,
The
I need to get
medicine.
my mum out of prison, which was weird. Then they stole medicine, but only for a month. So what they're going to do next month? That doesn't make any sense. And now they're literally just robbing things. They're not even trying to come up with an excuse. It's bizarre.
Maybe there'll be an OnlyFans for Marvel soon. I think that's, not a bad idea.
They'd probably make more money, actually.
They would, get Captain Marvel, Scarlet Witch. Oh my God. Why is my name? Why is my mind blanking right now on all the female
Loading.
superheroes? I mean, you can literally race swap and gender swap all the male heroes, and they will make significant money.
Yeah.
An Iron Woman.
Then you could even do like a multiverse version, so you've got like different people all across. You could do an entire range of,
Yeah,
different...
there could be a orgy of superheroes and villains. I mean, Thanos.
Yeah, you could
do
use
a
your
lot
powers
with
for good. For
Get a female Thanos with like big boobs.
Oh my God.
So this is something I actually was talking about, like the gender swapping stuff. I don't think we talked about this on stream, but we talked about it in the group chat. I think it was when we were talking about Mary Jane for the Spider-Man, how it's a woman that created her. That's why she looks like that. Well, there was a study done. I wish I could. I'm gonna try and find it. I don't think it was recorded, but they took some little boys and little girls, and they gave them a Batman doll. And the boys automatically, like, they were Batman. Like, they became Batman. And the little girls took Batman shopping and they get his hair done. They projected themselves onto it. Like, the boys wanted
parties.
to be. Yes. The boys wanted
parties.
to be him, and the girls wanted him to be them. So that's the same thing. Like, with I don't know who it was. One of the creative minds behind April on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. She looked like that. She was a chunky black lady. And then look at Mindy Kaling, however you say her last name, for Velma. She made Velma, like, I guess, look like her. You know what I mean? So I don't understand that. It's so stupid. But yeah, that's I found that funny. I was talking to a friend about that the other day, the study, and I'm like, that makes sense. When I was a little girl, I mean, I just played with a Barbie. I didn't need, a Batman, but that makes sense. Like, little girls that we want to become their favorite superhero or their favorite action movie star.
I wanted to date the superheroes.
Yeah.
Like, Batman, be my boyfriend at like the age
Yeah,
of
I always
8.
tell the story, but when I used to play...
Did you make Batman date a different doll?
He
No,
Bruce
you
didn't have him on dates with different dolls or something?
Oh yeah. So like I stole my brother's action figures and I made them play house with my different Barbies and made a life between the two of them. And at nighttime, Batman would go and save
his Bat cave and do his
the argument
thing.
would be that you saw yourself as one of the Barbies, that you
Yes.
got to date Batman.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's still the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't take him shopping,
I
but
was like, me and my cousin were best friends, and he never wanted to play with Ken. And there you go. Even he didn't want to play with Ken. Even the boys didn't want to play with Ken. But he used to have a Hulk Hogan doll and an Undertaker, action figure. Sorry, not doll. And I had my Jasmine doll, which was my favorite. And whenever we played, he had to save Jasmine as Hulk Hogan from Undertaker. Like, that's how we played. Like, I don't know. That's just... Oh, is that the one I'm talking about, Ryan? It's a study Lego did decades ago to figure out why boys and girls play different.
And it comes
There you
across in a lot of the writing, even though people probably didn't realize it, when females try to write stories on superheroes. And I don't know if a guy would want I don't know if a guy would want to write a Barbie story. He just wouldn't have the passion for it.
No, probably not. It would be, I don't know. Let me get these super chats real quick. Andrew, thank you for the $5. Hey, always beautiful eyes, wicked Xray girl, and happy Guy Fawkes Day, Disparu. Is it? Robin Hood died for your sins.
Not Fox. Or
But
Fox.
I'm sorry, I don't have Fox. I don't have a British accent, Fox.
This is the day where we are supposed to celebrate him failing, but then you're like, well...
Oh, I had no idea. No! Is that for real?
Yeah. As soon as the stream ends.
Wait a minute. What? Mark of Reality for $5. Yellow Flash is supposed to have Director X on with his Flashcast panel later tonight. I will tune in to find out. Wait, what an istaphobe I am? Is that a word that he made up? I never heard of it.
No, istaphobe, because they call people ists and phobes. So people just say istaphobe.
We shorten it to istaphobe.
Wow.
But
that'll be.
You think he's actually going to show up, though?
I think
he's done other streams. There's no reason
Yes.
for him not to.
Oh, he was okay.
I'm just curious to see
was on
how the cast is going to handle him / how he handles himself because, I don't think Yellow Flash will pull the punches in
Probably
Anna.
not. Anna won't.
Anna
The
won't.
thing is with him, I think a lot of the other people in the industry are like malicious and lying and doing it deliberately. I kind of get the feeling with him that he just generally believes it. Like, he just doesn't understand why everyone doesn't like his stuff.
I think he really truly believes his stuff is amazing and not
Yeah.
because of
Everyone else
But
is the problem.
The issue with him is he seems like genuinely hurt that people don't like the stuff.
he is.
I think that's what it is.
His feelings
So-
are just really hurt.
Yeah.
Even though that his show basically is perpetuating the same woke stuff that he probably knew was going on in other stuff, and he thought that he was making something different.
Yeah, his show could have been made by the actual biggest racist around. Like, it's astonishing. It's got every single negative stereotype you could possibly think of in one show, and you're like, why have you made this? Like, these people look awful.
I wish he did a parody instead. That would have been so fun.
It would have been good then if it was a parody.
Yes, it would have been good.
But
The
he's
thing is, this
serious.
feels like a parody.
It feels like a parody accidentally, but if he did it with purpose of being a parody, it would have been amazing.
Yeah, I don't know. It's so weird to me. I don't know what it is. Whether he comes from like a different background to the audience of the show, and so from his experience, this is all normal. But to me, it's weird. That's the only explanation I can come back with, because the stuff that he puts in and he just thinks it's normal is crazy. Like that jar. He's like, oh, well, that's really good. I'm like, what?
I kind of want to, because I think he's from Toronto area. If I understood the types of people and his friends that are around him, maybe that would give a better understanding, but we can only speculate at this point. Because apparently he's watched all this type of content. Disparu.
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 Wait, is that what he calls him?
I think it was that, wasn't it?
Or Dispara, or something like that, yeah.
Dispara. That's his sister, Dispara.
Yeah. The Latin X one.
Because yeah, I don't know. Robin Hood is a great story, and I think that from what I've seen of your videos and
Yeah,
people have talked, I haven't watched it personally, but I know you're pretty like straightforward, no BS type. The show just sounds horrible. No one can relate to that type of attitude.
I would love to see Disparu. I don't think he would last 5 minutes with Disparu though, for real. Like Disparu would just be honest, and then he would just like
rip him apart.
I think the guy would just leave. He wouldn't be able to take it.
I think it's speaking it completely cross purposes. Like, to me, it's pointless. Like, I talk about the show. The moment somebody goes out there and goes, "You're all racist because you don't like this stuff," I have no interest in talking to you. Like, none.
It's not a good faith conversation.
You've already proven, exactly. You've already proven yourself to be bad faith. There's nothing to gain. You're not actually engaging in any legitimate thing. You've already made your mind up. And look, I understand to him, it's one of his first TV series of things like this. He doesn't know, like, he's not used to it. He's not seen it before. And despite the fact that he says he's subscribed to people like Aswid, you'd think he would have understood more about what's been happening. I think from his perspective, this is like the first time anyone's ever been negatively reviewed because people don't like your show anymore. It's like, but from our perspective, this has been happening for years. People have been throwing slurs around at us for years. It's the first tactic that you all use because you have literally nothing else to say, because that's the only defense you have. You can't talk to me about heroes. You can't talk to me about, well, what was the motivation of this character? What did they have behind this? Why is this good? What kind of morals does this character have? Because none of that was considered in the show, and it shows. These people just go around stealing things because they think they deserve it. They think they deserve somebody else's property. So, as far as I can see, you've made a show about evil people. Like, you can't defend that.
Yeah, the whole point of Robin Hood is supposed to be that he's actually, like, I guess an anti-hero not anti-hero. He's like a hero for the people. You know what I mean? He robs from the rich and gives to the poor. You know, I love the story Robin Hood. I love all the other iterations, like even Men in Tights. So that's supposed to be
the thing is that whoever the kingdom is, the prince king taxes them so much that they don't have stuff for themselves. So he's basically recuperating, and this is why we can say taxation is theft, and giving it back to the people.
Yeah,
he's stealing money that was theirs and giving it back to the people who had it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
in this,
So
it's,
it's not really robbing the rich. It's taking the money from the poor. The rich took from the poor and giving it back to them. Really.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like you are taking so much from these people; they are starving to death. Something needs to be done. Whereas in this, it's like literally, you live in a penthouse. I can just steal your stuff, and I deserve it.
That's
There's
what-
literally
yeah.
a guy. They steal a guy's car at Arrow Point, and one of them goes, and she's like, "Well, we need to give that to charity." And one guy goes, "No, we earned that." It's like,
We
how did you
earned
earn
that.
It? Yes.
Excuse me.
And
Oh my god.
They spend the money on alcohol and a bouncy castle.
Oh my god.
Like that's giving it back to the poor.
The poor themselves.
Yeah, themselves. Market Reality, thank you for the $2 at Disparu. Will Disco Ball Man be there?
I mean, I don't know. You could probably get him on there, to be honest.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
If he'd been asked.
Oh my god, if Disparu ever did an interview with Director X, you should wear your mask.
Oh, no. Or just have it
As
propped
wear
up,
his mask.
or at least have it propped up in the background. Like,
Yeah.
I think I've got it. There's one of them.
Oh my
he's-
god.
he's ready.
I
God, I love it.
I love it. Who was it? Az on FNT had a helmet too, which I don't know if he already had it or if he bought
Yeah,
it, but
he showed
it was
me that.
so fun.
Because after he saw mine, it was like, I had planned this. I was going to use masks, and now you've used masks instead. And we ordered them at the same time, but mine came first. And it was
Yeah.
like, so it looked as if it's like, it's okay though. I've got something different. And then his was just way better. It was awesome. Yeah,
That
this
was
one,
a pretty cool
they look
mask.
better in the dark. This one looks awful when
Yeah.
you see it in the light, but when it's all just dark with the LEDs, it looks way better.
I love that mask. I have the same one. It's just in the basement. Next Halloween, Disparu, we can
Match.
we can match. Yes.
I wish I had a
Well-
basement.
Well,
we don't have
we'll,
basements over here.
We don't have basements
we-
over here because it rains a lot in Florida, so it'll flood.
our basement is a raised bungalow, so we actually can walk straight into the basement. We bought it on purpose because of Mark's leg. Well, I
Never.
chose it on purpose because of Mark's leg. In case, so like if we walk in the house, we can just walk straight in. We don't have to like climb upstairs. A lot of houses, you have to like a couple steps up to the first floor, right?
No.
No, okay.
Well, the
Well,
houses, yes.
We
Apartments, no.
we enter our houses at the ground level. I don't know what everyone else
Oh.
does.
Maybe it's a Canadian thing then.
It's like, what are your houses up on stilts or something? This is weird.
No, it's usually like 3 or 4 steps up. I find most houses. That might just be me, because then you can have like a little
porch.
window in the basement.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anywho,
No, I can't even.
Anyhow.
sorry, our houses compared to the Brits' house. Oh my god, every British house that I've been in is so tiny.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there you
they
go.
don't have
Because
much
of the
space.
snow.
Like
Oh,
with,
because
with
of snow. Mhm.
have like if you compare the population versus the size of the country, it's incredibly
Crazy.
population dense, especially compared to America. You have about
Oh my
5 times
God.
the population, but we will fit
What's the-
multiple times into one of your states.
What's your population right now?
If he knows this off the top of his head, I'm gonna be impressed.
I think for me it's 33
well,
million
I
in
think it's
Canada.
around 70, but
Oh, imagine
if
the
you-
difference.
it
Between us.
depends whether you take the official figures or not. Is what I was thinking about. Um,
If you look at, well, I mean, you've had a mass immigration the last couple of years, I suppose.
67.3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's
We
in
have, like-
2020, so it's probably more like 69 or 70 now.
69 for 69. Yeah. Our Canada is like, I don't know how many times, like at least 20 times larger than the UK, I'd say.
Yeah, your
At
country's
least.
weird. Like
But
you've,
most
you've
of
got so much land, and you just all squash on the border.
by the border, because that's where it's warmer, there's more water, and I don't want to live in the Arctic. It's scary out there. Scarce. You know, a bucket of KFC chicken frozen in a grocery store, I think is about $60. Why I know that? I have no idea.
I'm sorry. She just came out of nowhere saying a bucket of KFC
A bucket.
chicken.
It's scary up there. There's buckets of KFC everywhere. They're after you, I tell you.
No, it's
You've got to have a
terrifying.
shotgun to defend yourself from the KFC.
No, and polar bears, they play with their food. Have you seen a polar bear attack versus like a brown or black bear? It's insane what they do.
I have seen a polar bear just like slowly eating something that's alive. Yeah.
Yeah.
It didn't care.
Yeah.
It's kind
No,
of nature,
thank you.
though. Although I did like, what was it? I think it was Top Gear when they went to one of the poles, and so they built like a toilet seat on the back of the van, and he was just sitting on it with a shotgun. It's like, waiting.
Oh my gosh. My in my like real life job, if I was an Xray tech up there, like you go live there, you get a stipend, I think like $8 to $10 a day from the government, and you get paid significantly more up there, plus maybe a couple like living expenses. They will pick you up if it's like too late at night in like a vehicle and bring you to the hospital because of the attacks that have
Oh,
happened.
no.
So I don't know. Doesn't make me feel comfortable.
No. We got a donation from Jay Schwalbach.
Hi, Jay.
I probably said that wrong again. Thank you so much for the $29.79. You know, I love it when you guys add the tax. I feel like that's so. I think that's what you're doing because Raider does that sometimes too. But the message is okay. I've been listening to the stream on my earbuds, not watching screen, and notice Wicked sounds like a mix of Chrissy Mayer and Melanie Mack. Is Wicked a hybrid? It is so sexy
Oh
and
my
scary.
God.
Is it just me? I've been told before that I sound like Chrissy Mayer. I don't hear it, and people
It's
that
the
have met
New
us in
York
person.
accent.
Yeah, it probably is like the New York State accent. I've had quite a few people actually say that, but I've also had people that have met both of us in person say, "Nah." So maybe it's
I
on
don't
the
think you
mics.
do.
I know I've met her. I actually didn't actually talk to her because it was that Xray knows that meetup was
Orlando?
crazy. I just like kind of bounced around. Orlando? She said it like with a question mark. Yeah.
Orlando?
She was there. I like waved. That was it. I didn't really know her then, and she didn't know me then either. So, but
Yeah.
I didn't talk to her, so I don't know how she sounds in person actually.
Oh, she sounds exactly the same. And actually, you do have a lot of vocal mannerisms that are the same now that I think about it. But yeah, I wouldn't say you probably could be the love child of Chrissy and Melanie Mack. I could see it.
The
I am their
wondrous
child.
science.
2 women having kids together?
It's 2023. Xray, of course they can have kids, and men can have their periods.
And they can be pregnant too, right?
Yes.
As long as I get a day off a month, I'm fine.
Oh my God. You get period sick days. Like,
Yes.
imagine.
No, there was a company that instituted it. That's where I remember it.
Project Red, right?
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
I mean,
there we
that's an
go.
unfortunate name to be the first ones to do it as well. It's like, well,
CDPR. Honestly, most women do not need a day off. I'd say like
No one.
95%. There
Not a
are
single
a
one.
small subset. I would say that if they have like ovarian cysts or endometriosis or something actually like wrong with your system that's not normal, then I can understand that. But you should be able to just take it. That's just
well,
my
yeah,
opinion.
if you can't work, you can't work. That's
but-
this is the job. Do it or don't.
Chrissy and Dan Vask, what me? Is it the hair?
Oh
It's the
yeah,
hair,
you
isn't
could.
it?
You could be Chrissy and Dan's child.
Me and Dan have a lot of hair. We were supposed to be on Side Schoolers together, and he ended up like going on later, and I was like, that would have been too much hair for one stream. Me and
Or
Dan
the right
together.
amount.
Or
Did you
the
see
right
that-
amount.
Did you see that
Ooh.
video of him saving bicycles with his samurai sword?
Oh my God, that was
No.
amazing! Oh, you
Oh,
have
yes,
to see
yes,
it.
Wait, let's share it.
I saw it when he retweeted it and said, "Stop tagging me in this."
Because it actually kind of looks like him. Like it
And while
really
you-
does.
While you look for that, I had a comment on my video with the cat stuff in it, and
Oh,
it
no,
just
what?
says the live stream would have gone better if they just called us racists like normal.
Was it? Oh wait, because he has 2 accounts. It's Dan Vask 2. Never mind. Can't keep up with this.
Yeah, I think one of them
No,
got
too
banned,
many.
like permanently.
Did
I
it?
don't think he even got it back.
No, I don't think he did. I'm just trying to see. Oh, here we go. I got it. I'll share it.
Oh, it went in a weird spot. I almost accidentally removed Disparu.
Okay, I'm gonna just turn the music off. so
I
that-
didn't know it
yeah.
had music. I wasn't.
Me neither.
paying
I didn't
attention.
actually watch it. So this happened in Brazil.
You know
and you'll
my
see-
favorite one? It's the guy in the lift. Like he
Oh
doesn't
my
care.
God,
Look,
that's awesome.
that guy doesn't. He doesn't care at all. He's just
Look
like, "Go
at
this way, mate."
It's Dan! Like, this is pretty cool. Like, he looks
That is-
exactly like
Yeah.
Dan.
Even his run and everything is like on point. And you think, hang on, he's lost him. It's like, no, he comes back with the bikes.
He said, I got it. The guy in the elevator's like, yo, you did something pretty cool.
My favorite thing is he
Aw.
clearly lives here.
Dan,
He-
what the heck?
Like, he must live here, right? Because he had a sword that he could bring down, and yet he didn't know the way to the exit. Like, that's fucking confused.
You know, he probably doesn't have a car, so he's not down here often.
Yeah, but otherwise, how would he know there was a theft going on?
I have no
It's
clue.
Dan.
It's Dan
is.
Vasque.
How nice of him to help that old fella.
Yeah.
The
I mean,
bun,
he
though,
doesn't-
the bun, and then like you get serious because the bun, you see the bun, and then he's running in it.
But the
Like,
guy
that's a heck of a run.
He's in the lift. This guy in the same lift as him pulls a samurai sword out of its sheath, and he doesn't even blink. He's just
Not
like, "Eh,
phased.
this is normal.
You don't understand though why the guys didn't get on the bike to bike away. It would have been faster
I know,
than
right?
running.
They're like, you know what, this will work. Not faster than Dan.
I think that they were thinking about it at that point when there's a guy chasing them with a sword, and he just drops the sheath, and the lift goes back for it.
I honestly think Dan probably does have a sword and he could have done this.
He
Yeah,
absolutely
I'm
has a sword. If he
convinced.
says he doesn't, he's lying.
Yeah.
I don't believe him.
In fact,
I just-
the only reason I think that maybe it isn't him is because if it was him, he 100% would have grifted that to beat Nerdrotic in subs. Like,
Oh
if
my
there was any
God.
chance that was him, we would
Or-
get
Or he doesn't want to take ownership of that because he hurt them so the other people don't.
it.
him.
Yeah. He's that committed to the sub goal. He's like, I can't go in prison yet. I'll have
I
myself
need
in
to be
afterwards.
Gary. Oh my God, if Dan Vasque went to prison, the amount of like fan mail he'd get in prison would be ridiculous.
Oh,
Also,
yeah.
he'd probably end up cutting his hair.
It
if
ended
he
up
wouldn't-
like that
It'd
other
be so
guy
weird to see him with hair
where his
cut.
mugshot went round everywhere. Then he ended up getting a modeling career.
Yep. Gary,
Oh,
when he went
yeah.
to Gary, when he went to prison, had someone say, commented on his hair and he cut it off immediately.
What was it? It was something like nice hair Goldilocks or something like that.
Yes, because his blonde hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he have like the hippie hair?
Yep. And so he
Yeah.
right away. I don't know. Dan Vasque is too pretty for prison.
I mean, yeah.
It's literally
I mean,
like the movie meme. I can't go to prison.
Like, I'm too,
I'm too
beautiful.
pretty to go behind bars.
No, because if he had his long hair, you know, someone's gonna be like, "You're my girlfriend now."
Mm-hmm.
I'm somebody's bitch. He's that meme.
Yeah. Hey guys, if you went to prison, what persona would you take? Because I already said, well, I would be someone's girlfriend for protection. Like I would, do girlfriendy things.
No.
He said no. Disparu's taking out the biggest guy in the yard first night. He's gonna become the big dog.
You don't have to phrase it like that. That could go either way.
No, I mean,
It's like taking him out. Has anyone got any candles?
I'm gonna make a nice pasta. No, I didn't mean
I
like
don't know how you'd make pasta.
Pasta.
Hold on, let me get this.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, I think Wicked. I couldn't imagine in prison either, to be honest. I don't see you throwing stuff down, fighting, but maybe in a previous lifetime.
Hold on, this would be.
I don't know, because I don't even know how like female prison works. Because when the only thing I know it from is like TV shows and stuff,
Orange
and they
is the New
always show.
Black. Like
No.
lesbians.
No, the one I've watched, it's the Australian one. Wentworth. That's a good show.
Oh,
And there was
okay.
one over here called Bad Girls, and both of those shows in different countries always had it where there was like, what do they call them? Like a head dog or something. There's one woman that leads the entire prison, and no male prison drama shows that. It's always like gangs.
It's always
So it's entirely
the
different.
segregation of your skin color, and you better fall in line.
This is Xray if she ever goes to.
Oh no.
I'm somebody's bitch.
Well,
Yes. I could be that. Maybe instinct will kick in, but I don't choose violence usually. Maybe I would choose violence if I was put in that situation.
She just learns like she just goes full Asian with it and just starts
just starts becoming like the
passively
prison
chopping
accountant.
Can you imagine?
They chop it.
Start kicking people's butt left, right, and center.
Angie Matthews, thank you for the £2. Sorry, I said $2 once when someone said pounds, and I got yelled at by like 2 people. It's not a big deal. But that video needs Robin Hood music over it. Oh, the Dan,
the Dan Vance
Robin.
video.
Yeah.
They be Robin.
Elsa Barrett.
Oh, that was it. Yeah.
Thank you for the Canadian $5. Hey, Goldilocks, she wants some of my sack lunch. Oh no!
Oh
No.
And then you can put in my favorite line that I've said on FNT to this date. How long was it? I meant his hair.
Oh no!
Bad
timing.
I know. I want to know how long his hair was, just out of curiosity. Was it like Dan Vasc long, or was it like to your shoulders? I never got the
burning
answer.
question. Oh my gosh! All right, what do you guys want to talk about first? The
Echo.
Echo. Okay.
Yeah. I actually haven't seen the trailer because I've been trying to.
Me
be
neither.
good and not watch it.
Should we? Because I mean, I could always just cut it out after this isn't live anymore if I have to.
Yes,
I don't know.
we should.
Let's just
Marvel
whatever.
doesn't usually hit.
Okay, let me turn the sound on.
It's got a suspiciously low amount of echo in it.
A show
all the best
about
bits
a
of the trailer
character,
aren't
she's
her
not in
either.
it. What a surprise there.
The best bits are men fighting other men.
Imagine that.
Mm.
So Echo, Marvel unveils bloody brutal trailer for its first TVMA series. Bring back those Daredevil vibes. I don't believe them. It's going to be on Disney Plus. I don't believe. No.
The only reason they
No.
say Daredevil is because he was blind and she's deaf, and they've gone, oh, they're both missing a sense. That's as in-depth analysis as the IGN can go.
But if we actually look at the like Daredevil and the lack of sense in his eyes versus his ears, it makes sense why he can see, especially when you get to the scenes in the movie with the rain and whatnot. Like he can see really, really well. Now, Echo, I don't know this character as well.
No one does. They've changed her powers.
Oh.
Yeah. Her actual powers from what because I don't know the comic book. Apparently she's like a Z-list in the comic book world anyway. But she's meant to be able to, like, if she sees you do a move, she can imitate your fighting style. But
Okay, so that's in the comics, right?
Yeah, the director has already said, I thought that was lame, so I've changed it.
Okay, so we don't know her powers, but if that is the case, I think that is pretty cool, the mimic ability. Because
like,
sight is not as good as ears.
Yeah, but also being deaf doesn't really, like, you can still fight when you're deaf. The entire point of Daredevil being blind is fighting when you're blind is really, really difficult.
It's really hard.
Really
yeah.
difficult, which is
So
why
it's
you
special.
hone the sense.
Yeah, it's special that he can do something. But if you're just deaf, it's like, well, look around a bit more.
Yeah, well,
it's not that
and
big a
that's
problem.
the problem.
A public service announcement from Disparu. If you're deaf, just look around.
It's not like you need a seeing eye dog or anything to get around town. It's
you have
left and right.
You have 150-degree vision, maybe. Right? If depending on how good your peripheral is. So there is a large chunk that you cannot see. So that is actually not a really good deficit to have, like that hearing, because how are you supposed to know what's going on behind you and even maybe beside you?
Yeah, it's like calling me a superhero and going, oh, he's colorblind. And it's like, yeah, it's not that big a deal, mate. It doesn't really affect you most of the time. It's the same with her. That's why her powers are not related to it. So I don't even know why anyone, like, why that's even part of the character. And we all know they're going to, because they do it in this trailer, right? They mess up the audio. Just like, oh, well, she's deaf. It's like, yeah, but I'm not. Can I have audio, please?
Can I have audio, please? Okay, so that's kind of definitely what Bull, like, bring back those Daredevil vibes. I still say since Disney isn't Disney gonna own like all of Hulu now too? I think I read something about that. They had like they owned most of it, and I thought I read something where they were gonna basically own 100% of it. I don't understand why they can't take the more adult series like Daredevil and like everything that was great on Netflix and just throw it over on Hulu instead of Disney Plus, because people are gonna go over there to watch it, because especially
Can they
if
buy that though? Like,
They-
are they even able to do that?
I'm
But
sure
on
I read
Hulu?
something
I think
was
they
going to be
own
the first
Hulu.
series on Disney Plus and Hulu.
Oh,
I
okay.
can't
Well,
remember
it's
what
just,
it was.
but the thing, if it's on Disney Plus, it's not going to be Daredevil vibes. Okay, like Disparu said, because they both have a a sense missing, quote unquote, whatever. But no, it makes me sad because the Netflix, they were so good when Daredevil first dropped.
Love
Oh my
Daredevil.
god, it was so good. Iron Fist wasn't that great. The first season of Luke Cage was like it was pretty good.
I
But
like it.
Daredevil
Oh, yeah,
was definitely the top one, and I even really liked Jessica Jones as well. But Iron Fist was the like weaker one in my opinion. Um, but all right, let's read this. The first trailer for Echo, the next Disney Plus MCU series, is finally here. If you ask me, it looks like something of a return to the tone that the Netflix Marvel series. No, and not just because Vincent D'Onofrio's Wilson Fisk / Kingpin plays a prominent role. They made him like it's like they neutered him in the Hawkeye series because just him sitting there fighting with Kate was my biggest problem with the series. I actually liked some of it. I know that's an unpopular opinion. I like some of the Hawkeye series. I like Hawkeye and I love Jeremy Renner. And I
never
like
watched it.
Oh, you didn't?
But-
And I like that they didn't make it like I was afraid that they were gonna make it like where Kate was just like saving him and she was, the top one, but she just like in the comics, she kept messing up and he had to keep saving her butt. So I like that they stuck with that. But what they did with Kingpin really made me mad. Like that end fight, everyone wanted Hawkeye and Kingpin to be fighting. He would have squashed her like a freaking bug. Kingpin, like the argument was that he was like tunnel vision and he was trying to go for her mom. Okay, but Kingpin would have just squashed them both, like, okay, and then gone on with his day. He wouldn't have been sitting there. I know she threw everything at him, like explosive arrows and all that, but that was my biggest problem with that series because Kingpin is supposed to be terrifying. He wasn't in Hawkeye. But in addition to D'Onofrio, the
He's not in
series
this either.
he is. They're saying
I mean,
he's
he beats
a
a guy
prominent
up, but
role. Yeah. Oh, you're saying in the trailer, okay.
Yeah.
So in addition to D'Onofrio, the series stars, oh my gosh, Aliqua,
Alaqua?
thank you, Cox and Maya Lopez / Echo, reprising her role from Hawkeye, where she debuted as the Death Gang leader on the hunt for Ronin, aka Clint Barton. The trailer is somewhat surprisingly violent, showing
That's
Fisk
true.
doing. Is it? Okay, well, me and
there's
Xray haven't
one
seen it yet.
specific moment where you'll be like, oh.
It's
Like,
a bit
the
too
rest of
much,
it,
do you think?
Well, no, it's my level. It's what I would prefer.
But do you mean like
Um,
too much for Disney Plus? Is that
I've
what you
not.
meant,
You don't
Xray?
generally see it. It's there's a gunshot, and that's
Oh.
the thing.
Oh, is there
And-
blood?
Yeah, and it's
Oh.
That's surprising.
It's like, oh, I didn't. You don't normally do that.
This
Um,
Disney has been
No.
about no blood. Which you
yeah,
kinda
and
need
it's
for
only
certain
really that. I
characters.
mean, there's fights, people get beat up, so obviously there's blood on this stuff, but it's the gunshot which I think is the most violent, easily, of the trailer.
Mhm.
Wow. Okay. Well, let's start it. We'll pause it every like 10 seconds so Disparu doesn't yell at me. No, but that's how you're supposed to do it when you're doing it.
Well.
He's gonna be like, pause it. Okay.
All my videos, I try and go for 4 seconds. So that's just
You
what
had a
I'm
lot
used
to say.
Disparu has a lot of words.
That's because if you only do 4-second things, you never get copyright struck. So
That's true.
that's why. I just evolved that way.
Oh, this Star Wars Marvel purist. I actually like the what you're saying here. I like that not that I actually like. I like what a lot of you guys say. I didn't mean it like that. I like that Kate Bishop looked up to and idolized Hawkeye. I liked that too, and didn't treat him like a piece of shit. Kingpin majorly cucked by Kate Bishop's mom. She would have been whacked in the Daredevil show. Oh, absolutely. I 100% agree with that. But yeah, I liked that too. I loved that dynamic that she idolized him. Yeah, exactly. Kingpin is supposed to be 300 pounds of solid muscle. All right, here we go. Marvel Studios Echo trailer. This is mine and Xray Girl's first watch.
Oh, make it bigger, the full screen.
There it goes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, Goldilocks.
There we go. Goldilocks. What?
Shush.
Right, make
How
it
long
bigger,
was
Goldilocks.
Maya. I see everything that you are.
See, this
That is
none of
so
this makes
creepy.
sense to me.
I'm sorry.
That is very creepy. I see
watching
everything
that
that you're.
child-
Oh, it gets
This
creepier.
is Joe Biden stuff. Like, I bet he wants to sniff her.
Yeah, but the trailer never explains or even like hints at why he cares about her or why he's following her or why he does what he does to this bloke. And it's like,
Yeah.
I
Like
don't think you should come
pedo.
away from the trailer being confused. Like,
I
if you're
shouldn't
going
go
to
away
show part of the
thinking
story,
Kingpin is a pedo.
set it up.
Do we know
No,
if
that's not how the trailer portrays it.
do we know if this maybe it'll get answered at the end, so if it does, you don't have to answer it, Disparu, but like, do we know if this is before or after her dad's dead? Because if this is before, it makes it even creepier. Like,
I have
you
no
can see
idea. I
no
didn't
idea
even know he
'cause,
was.
oh, well, it happens in Hawkeye. So sorry, spoiler alert. Her dad is killed by him in Hawkeye, and she thinks it's Ronan. That's what they do in the Hawkeye show. So that's why
Ah.
she's looking for Ronan, because she thinks Ronan killed her dad, but it was really Kingpin.
Mhm, mhm.
So right, or was it Ronan because of Kingpin? I think it was him. It was
Wait,
him.
so she's in Hawkeye. So
She
she
is,
the
yeah,
one...
she's in it, and she's hunting
Well,
Ronan.
that's
Clint.
her. So this must
Yeah, the
obviously be
kid.
before.
This is
because she
before, yeah. Like when she was a kid, her dad gets killed, and then when she's grown up, she's looking for his killer.
Oh,
So that's why I'm like, I don't know if
Mm.
this is before or after. So if it's after, it's still creepy, but
I'm assuming it's after because
if it's before, that's really weird. Like he's keeping an eye on her after, and like because that's what happens. He kills her dad, and then they stay close. Like she looks up to
Mhm.
Kingpin like a father figure.
yeah, that's
Then she
what this
finds-
trailer shows.
Okay.
Oh,
But she
he's
doesn't know
being
that
a
he's the reason
dad.
her dad's dead. Yeah, but she doesn't know that he's the reason that her dad's dead, and she's hunting Ronan the whole time. Like,
Okay,
when she
it's
gets
less
older.
pedo-y now that I know that.
Okay, he adopts
Unless
her.
that
He
guy's her dad.
does.
The hot dog guy.
If the hot dog
Her dad
guy
died
is
when
her
she was
dad, this
adopted.
entire thing's going to take a different twist that I didn't know about.
Was she adultish? Like she wasn't a kid? I can't remember because they do mix it up. Like, right, the show was one way and then the actual lore in the comics is different. So like I might be mixing it up. I know that at the very least in the show, he gets killed by Ronan. If he's killed by Ronan, it's because of Kingpin. Like it's Kingpin's fault at the very least. I can't remember right now. It's been so long now since I watched the show, but
Well,
okay,
this
let's
trailer
continue.
spans a lot of time. So
Yeah.
Oh,
It might
but
be all
she's
of
an
it, though.
adult eventually, hopefully.
Yeah.
you'll
yeah,
see by the end of
hopefully.
the trailer what I mean. Because if
Okay.
you talk about that Kingpin has to do something, then there may be a problem with that.
I always have.
This is what I still don't know why he's doing this. It doesn't explain why he's doing this.
Because
Maybe
he,
he
couldn't
is the
understand her.
dad. That would make so much sense.
No,
But it-
like that. But he's beating up that random guy. Why? Because he said, "I don't understand you," because he doesn't speak sign language. Is that what's happening?
Yeah, it's like he didn't offend her. He wasn't like insulting or anything. Like
You're saying, well,
No,
one
that's what I'm
time,
saying.
I guess, or
I came
don't
away
know.
from this entire bit confused about why he even attacked him. I
It's
still don't
showing
know.
us maybe that he has, like, he does actually. Yeah, Jennifer,
Like, he's evil?
genuinely loves her as a child, and he's got anger issues. Clearly, I mean, Kingpin. We
I
already know
mean,
that he's got
genuinely
anger
loves her as a
issues.
child, or is it overprotective? Like, that's not love.
Overprotective, I think too. Yeah, that was okay. But yeah, that seemed very. Like, if anything, they should have showed somebody like
Making fun of her.
yeah, after this trailer, I'll get to the super chats, guys. By the way, I'm not forgetting about you guys. But okay, here we go. Let's continue. He doesn't like glizzy salesmen, maybe.
Yeah, so that you get that kind of stuff, but
okay.
to me, that's
Oh.
not that gory.
It's
No,
not
Like,
but
gory,
oh,
but
Disney
it's
it's
just
forced
on his
it
hand.
Disney.
It's just on
Yeah.
them. Then I'm not that concerned. There's a very specific later bit that you're like, oh, that's a step up.
I mean, that is a huge step up for Disney, in my opinion.
the
I'm
guy
just
was
showing.
mocking her. Oh, did we miss that?
Oh.
Should we go back and look? Was he? Hold on.
I kind of want to see it. Let me
go
see
back
a
a little.
little more. A little more. A little more.
Okay, let's see.
There, right here.
I see everything.
Oh,
that
okay.
you
I guess
are.
he was mocking her a bit.
See, that scene would have been better if you
Okay,
had
and
sound
then
on,
he-
so I would have
Yeah.
understood what he said.
Because of all the things you can see a freaking robot can do, you're like, "Whoa!" I'm actually scared of these people.
And that, yeah,
So.
that's it's one of the things where it's like the idea of something. It's like a literally almost invincible thing that has no feelings, doesn't care about you, and just wants to wipe you out.
Yeah. And when you first see it, you're like, you're not formidable. What the heck? And then they create the story behind it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna catch up on these super chats real quick.
There's one moment where the Daleks fight the Cybertrons, and the Cybertrons are taking over the world, and they unleash like an army, and they meet the Daleks, and the Cybertrons are like, we could be allies, and the Daleks like, no. It's like,
oh my god, if they were together,
yeah, he's like, we'll be invincible together, and Dalek's like, we don't need you. It's like, we have like 100 billion Cybertrons.
Oh,
how many are you? They go 3, and they're like, the
audacity.
Why do you want to fight? And they're like, but there's that's not a fair fight or something. I forget the exact wording. And the Daleks are like, that's correct. You should have brought more. The Daleks just like battering them. It's awesome.
This all goes over my head because I don't watch.
Well,
I'm like,
I mean, Andrew's like, I haven't seen it yet, so that's why I didn't know about it. But that's okay.
Oh.
I mean, I knew the Daleks were scary. Okay.
Wicked Steel, thank you for the $10. Been there, done that in the US. It's not segregated, but there are gangs for sure. Also, 3 rules to follow. You didn't see anything, you don't say anything, and you don't mess with the TV. Oh, he's talking about that was the back of the jail.
Oh, prison.
Sorry, guys. Yeah, the prison talk. And
Prison rules.
Thank you, Raider 5438 with eyes. Oh, he added eyes this time and a dragon.
Ooh.
Great. Oh, here, you know what? $50 gets Saucy.
Saucy.
I love the filter too. It's like a very romanticized.
I know. I did that on purpose.
But that's just the drunk. That's all that is.
That's actually what I see when I go out clubbing. I'm like, you look so hot, and then the next day, not so much.
Coyote ugly.
Oh god, love that movie. But I know what you mean. You mean the actual term.
Yeah.
Mark of
Where you would
reality.
rather-
Thank you for that. You chew off your arm, then wake the person up.
Yeah. I mean, it's only from that movie where I know the term anyway.
Same. Mark of reality. Thank you for the $2. She finds out at the end it was Kingpin and said, "I thought so, Mark. I thought so."
That would make sense.
Okay, it's been so while. I mean, it was not last Christmas or the Christmas before that. I wasn't even living in Florida yet, so it's been a bit. I've already been here a year. Ian, thank you for the 50 pounds. I liked Wicked's first pause of the gunshot. It was a record scratch moment. Yep, that's me on security duty.
You may be wondering how I got here.
No!
No.
Oh, that'd be so scary.
Well, here you go. $50 gets a saucy.
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 Well, you get very Canadian when you say that. It's
Saucy.
like when you say sorry. Sorry.
Sorry, saucy. Saucy. Andrew Matthews, thank you for the £2. Mark is fighting crime. He's playing RoboCop.
Yeah.
Ooh, maybe I should watch some of that.
Oh my god.
Get-
You have to turn off the LGBT profile.
Yeah, then it goes away though.
Ian, he gifted 10 memberships. Holy
Wow.
holy. You're gonna get a thumbs up.
Aw.
You're gonna get 2 for that. That's 10.
Saucy.
Yeah, I think we gotta do saucy. That's it. We'll get more stuff, guys. Don't worry, but this is just the best we got right now. And you guys love it.
Saucy.
It's pretty good.
It's
gotta
pretty
say.
good. Like it is. Well, I'll make a compilation of all of us saying it because we all did say it. Disparu was just the sauciest. So
like it was a nice clean audio.
Yeah.
A clean bit of audio. Plus, he never does ASMR.
Well,
You do good
obviously.
fair
He just
voice,
sends
though.
us it. He just
There's
sends
a
us
reason
it.
why women do it. This is like going, I can't believe there's a pay discretion on OnlyFans. Like, yeah, I wonder why.
Yeah, should I do this? Do you guys like this?
She's being a cat. That guy until you looked up, what was that?
What is that supposed to do?
I don't know.
Disparu needs an HP.
I don't know whether he means the
HP
print.
sponsor-
I don't know whether he means the
HP
printers or the
sponsorship.
source. Oh, he means
What?
obviously the source. Yeah.
HP. I love how Brits say
HP.
H.
I know. I said I actually said it like that too because HP.
Yeah, it's HP.
H.
All right. So overall, I'm not like extremely excited with that trailer, but I'm not
I
mad
think it's an
about
awful
it.
trailer. Like, I
It's
like
awful.
better than a lot
well,
of the other trailers.
when I say it's an awful
Which
trailer.
doesn't
what
say
I'm-
a lot, I guess.
I don't even mean the movie. I mean, I think it's a horribly edited trailer. I
Oh
don't
yeah,
like that
the
style.
audio is
'Cause it's just
terrible.
random
Second-
bits.
the
Well, yeah,
second
there's, like,
half is boring. I don't want that.
Well, yeah, but you have no
Yeah.
idea what's going on. I like a trailer. Like, a trailer should be a condensed version of the series to give you an idea of what to expect for it. And I have no idea. I don't know why she's doing what she's doing. I don't know who a lot of these people are. I have no idea what the start of that trailer's about at all. And it doesn't help. Like, there's nothing in it that makes me watch it.
Disparu, this trailer is probably super reflective of how the show is. They don't know what they're doing either.
Yeah, quite possibly, yeah. I mean, even a casting, you find a casting, it's like, well, if you look up like anything about it, everyone gets goes, well, she's deaf and an amputee, and so Echo's deaf and an amputee. It's like, did you literally put out like a casting call that it's a deaf character, we need someone who's deaf? Because that's the way you make it look. And
I feel like they just put, we need someone with a disability. Doesn't matter what the disability is. We'll figure it out later.
yeah, it's there are limits where trying to match the actor to the role just gets stupid. And when they're deaf, so in other words, it's not going to affect anything at all.
You don't have to be deaf.
I just want the best person for the job. That's all I want. And you're
Yeah.
just like she's probably a very nice actress, but
If
I
they
think it
hired her
takes away
just
from your-
because of the
Yeah, I think that's insulting. I think that takes away from your acting performance because it looks like you've just got hired because you fit the role.
Can you imagine you hired an actual blind guy to play Daredevil? How awkward that would have been.
I did watch a TV show a while ago. I can't remember what it was. I think it was about the CIA. And there was a guy in that who was pretending to be blind, and you'd never know. He went to like a camp to train how to be blind.
strange.
Well,
Okay.
you there are things that you probably would do that would make it believable or not.
Yeah, like
remember-
not looking at people and all that kind of stuff. Like he was
Yeah.
deliberately just
Just like
staring off
even
into-
vividly, like the when I don't remember if it's a show or the movie where he's like folding up his money into his wallet so he knows which bills are which as
Was
he's
it
going up.
Ray? Was it the movie? Because remember Ray, he at least in the movie, I don't know if he got paid like probably, but he always wanted singles so that he could count how much, so that he knew that he was getting paid properly.
I don't know, but
I don't know if that
it
I'm
was
guessing
one
it was
of
for
those.
real, Rachel.
One of those Daredevil, I think it was the movie Daredevil, where he folded the fives different from the tens to the
Oh.
20s. So he knew which bill was which. And it was just like little things that I wouldn't even think about that made it so much more believable that the character is blind.
This show had a lot of that kind of stuff. Like I think it was this show. I remember him filling up like tea, and he just put his finger in the cup so that when the liquid hit his finger, he knew to stop pouring and that kind of stuff.
It's the little details. So I mean, I don't know if they did the same thing with like Echo, because she's gonna have to have things that will, like an alarm clock, for example. I hope, like as silly as that is, but a scene where
It's
like
a
her
torch
bed,
in front of her.
like a bright light, or her bed shakes or something like that, just to kind of reiterate that she is deaf, like something like that. It's so small and menial, but like could change your outlook.
You could train a dog to wake you up at a certain noise and stuff quite easily.
That's true. Does Echo have a dog though?
I've no
I
idea.
don't think so.
I
don't
didn't even know
I
she
guess
did
we'll
have two
see.
legs until just so.
I didn't
I don't know a lot of
either.
pets.
I thought it was like green screen leg or something. He's just wearing like
Green screen?
a green sock the entire time for the one leg.
All right,
just don't
let's get on
understand
to
it.
this next topic. This is going to be quick. Sorry for
Ah!
Rachel's face. I know. Sorry, we're seeing Rachel's face again.
No, it's
I
just
just-
Bruce's favorite lady.
I love
Yeah.
how you were apologizing for a face. Like no one even commented on it.
Her
That was
face
pre-
annoys
that was
me.
also
I apologize
pretty-
because her face gets on my nerves because then I hear her voice when I see it. I hear her voice and her snarky little mean girl comments, and I'm like, ugh. Anyways,
That's a weird photograph. Like the way her hair is with the camera, it makes it look like her head is like tube shaped.
It's like so big.
Like goes backwards.
So Rachel Zegler's Snow White movie designer shuts down controversial dwarves report. A designer working on Rachel Zegler's live-action Snow White movie spoke out about the controversy surrounding the film's dwarves. While Disney's latest retelling of an animated classic is still some time away, the modern Snow White remake has failed to stay out of headlines. Like, yeah, because she won't shut up. I mean,
She's been on
Um,
strike, so you would have thought it would have been
that-
inevitable, but apparently
yeah,
not.
No. Let's skip through. Okay, so
See,
oh, never
it
mind.
says this was seemingly to avoid reinforcing stereotypes. I'm sure I remember them putting out a statement after he complained that basically said, "Oh no, we're not going to do this we'd never do that kind of thing. I think they basically grovel towards him.
Yeah, I'm
Peter
just like
Dinklage?
curious of what.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm just curious if you guys believe this because the designer is saying that there's a recent image that showed Zegler Snow White with more traditional looking CGI dwarves. Has some wondering if Disney made a change to the characters to avoid being called woke by certain corners of the internet. One designer of the upcoming live action Snow White film has taken issue after the film was hit with accusations it would not be including the 7 dwarfs seen in the 1937 animated classic. If you guys remember, I know Xray and Disparu remember, but the chat, there was that image that was circulating of her walking with all these tall men, and they
the
were saying
baristas.
saying
Yeah,
that
but-
it's going to be the 7 mystical creatures or something like that. That's what.
No,
people were
I mean,
saying.
I'm trying to remember what Ryan said, as I've not really looked into the dwarves at all. But I'm pretty sure he said that there was 2 groups. There was a group of dwarves and there's a group of those, and they're like bandits. So they're
Yeah.
entirely separate pictures with different people. So it's not like
Yeah.
one's been removed.
Yeah, no. So they made it seem like that, or at least like the internet made it seem like they were going to be the dwarves, and then so this is what the designer is saying. She said the 7 dwarfs are in the film from the get-go, and those 7 bandits belong to Andrew Burnap's character Jonathan, who's the leader. So who said somebody published an article saying it where Daily Mail did. After the film was accused of adding the dwarves back in after it was previously reported that the Daily Mail they be replaced by diverse full-size actors, hair and makeup and prosthetics designer Nadia Stacy revealed on Instagram via Diz Insider that Daily Mail got it wrong again. So that's who started it, Daily Mail, I guess.
I mean,
Yeah,
even
because
if
they had
Daily,
those pictures.
Yeah.
even if Daily Mail got it wrong, like replacing, like if we're going like woke and whatnot, the idea that the dwarves should have been played by real life dwarves should have happened versus getting prosthetics and CG to do it because it ends up being more expensive. Like you could just pay 7 people who are that height and that shape to play the dwarves.
And they
Yeah.
Why
love
are
the
you
work.
doing in post?
Yeah, and we
It's
talked about this
lazy.
last stream, I think, right? That like now there's 7 people who normally can't really get jobs because they're
Of their
not
size.
really- yeah,
This is
because
the
of their
perfect size
size.
for them.
Yes.
That's the thing. Not many of these roles come along, which is why if you were already like the number 1 pick just because you're the most famous dwarf out there, you can understand why you wouldn't want other people getting famous off other
Yeah,
movie
he's
roles.
pulling up the ladder
Yeah.
behind him.
Yeah, pulling up the step ladder behind him. It was
Stealth
He
ladder?
doesn't want other dwarves standing up above him.
No.
yeah.
Oh, because you,
Oh
you
my
never know.
goodness.
And like those dwarves, they look and if you're gonna do CG, the whole movie should just be CG. Rachel Zegler shouldn't be a live action. It should be some princessy animated character. Like it just looks so mismatched. What's the point?
Yeah. Like it made sense in the movie because or in the cartoon. I mean, because they're obviously all cartoons, but it's just they just look like 7 little men, not
Mhm.
this.
What- Well, yeah, it's supposed to be live action, so do it in live action. I like this
Exactly.
shit,
Yeah.
this shouldn't
That's
be
the biggest.
complicated.
That's the biggest thing. Like when they call like Lion King live action, I'm like, that's not
It's
live action.
not
That's
live
It's CGI.
action.
Like you could call Beauty and the Beast live action and with some of the CGI stuff because you can't get a real live candle or a clock. Like okay, that they get a pass.
There's
but
some
at least
things you can't get
Belle-
past. Yeah.
Yeah, but this you literally could just hire 7 small men. Like come on.
Well, out of all of that picture, I think the only real thing in it is her. Like
Yeah.
the background looks fake.
It's probably all green screen.
Yeah,
None of this is real.
and that's
Her dress
sad.
is
Like,
probably not real. She didn't want to
Going-
get paid for not wearing her
Oh
dress.
no, we've seen that dress. That's the same cheap dress that she took
There's-
photographs
there's
in. Remember,
better
she wore it for 8
cosplayers.
hours.
Yeah, there
oh,
is.
you
Oh,
poor
there's some-
thing.
oh, I know.
Yeah,
poor-
imagine wearing
poor-
clothes for 8 hours. How horrible.
in an air conditioned studio.
Yeah.
Mark of Reality, thank you for the 5. Couldn't Rachel Zegler have played Sleeping Beauty instead? She could have been woken up by a woman with a mullet, flannel armor, and a large pickup truck.
Or you just skip the just have us lie there, just walk. Yeah, and then move on to
Just
the
have her
next one.
sleep
There's
throughout
probably
the whole
another
movie.
sleeping one somewhere.
God.
Yeah, Ian,
It's-
you're right. The hilarious thing is all they achieved was not giving jobs to dwarfs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which
I
was
know.
the that's the only reason I can even imagine anyone saying that they shouldn't get jobs in the first place. You just
It's so
It was personal.
anti-woke to do that to dwarves who are literally a minority class compared to Rachel Zegler, who's only half Latin,
well, she's
Latina.
Polish.
And Polish. Yeah.
Like, when
we
we- when
learned
was
that
the-
last week
have-
from Disparu. I had
Have
no
you
idea.
ever heard her say she was Polish? That's the most interesting thing to me. I'd love to know why
I know,
she's not proud
I
of
know.
being Polish.
And why she's probably mostly Polish too. Like.
Well, I think it's just her
10%.
dad's Polish.
She
and her
probably
mum-
okay,
grew
so
up more
half and half.
Polish than Latina too.
Well, she doesn't eat the food or speak the language, so because
So
this
she's American.
yes, basically. When she was doing, I forget the thing, the dancing one before. I keep thinking of Wentworth.
The
but
West Side Story.
there you go.
Mhm.
There was uproar from Latin people. There was like, why couldn't we get Puerto Rican to do this? You're not even Latina. And she's like, well, what do you mean I'm not Latina? And they were like, well, do you eat the food? Do you engage them in the culture? Do you speak the language? And she's like,
Yeah.
does it matter? Does it matter if I speak the food? Does it matter if I don't know the culture? Does it matter if I don't know the language? It's like,
A
well,
little bit. Like you're
what are you
explaining
then?
it,
Like, you've
so...
never, have you ever been? Like, let's see how how
But
tenuous
that's
a
the
link
thing.
is this?
She leans into it because it's advantageous to her.
Yes.
Now, I'm not knocking it. You know, I'm sure
am.
I've done it as well for being an Asian. You know,
Yeah.
there
How
are things
Gary
that you can
employed
do.
you.
To be honest, it was
It was
actually
like, I mean,
Jeremy's
the
doing.
best.
It wasn't me entirely, but I did prove myself. But you know, like you do lean into the things that give you advantages, and you know, you can't blame someone for it. But then you have to actually be honest to yourself. Like, okay, so what? I'm not that, but I can learn. Maybe you want to learn more about that culture, learn more about the language, et cetera, et cetera. But
Or just
Has she
employ a
done
Puerto
that?
Rican.
has she done that?
Well, she was playing it both ways, right? So at one point she was saying this isn't really important, but in other marketing she was going, it's so important that we represent the Latina folks on this. Oh, it's so great that, unlike the original that didn't do this, we're fixing everything. And then you've got the actual Puerto Rican people going, you don't represent me. You're nothing like me. What are you talking
it's
about?
being super dishonest then, because if that was the
Mm-hmm.
case, like sure, let's make more advantages, then learn about it, immerse yourself in that culture. Don't lie and take it to your own personal advantage and not do anything to actually look like you're interested.
Oh, it's all been for personal advantage. There was a thing I can't remember the award ceremony, but there was uproar because she wasn't there for some reason. And so because there was massive backlash, next thing she's on stage presenting it. And she even makes jokes about it. She's like, "Oh, I didn't know we'd do this, but you know, this is for diversity." And oh no.
So she was made to do that by her PR team, it sounds like.
No, it's not that
and
she was
management.
made. She wasn't meant to go. They didn't invite her. She just wasn't a big enough name to go. So there was backlash like, why aren't this? She's the first whatever to be there. And they're like, oh no, let's have her on stage presenting. And in all interviews, she's going, this is showing how important representation is. It's like, they're complaining that you don't represent them, and then you're going on a red carpet saying how you do.
They should have just got Sofia Vergara. Like she speaks the language. She's a great actress that I've seen. I love her.
I love her. Do you watch Modern Family, or did you watch it when it was on? Oh God, that's what, to me, that's one of the best modern, at least family sitcoms that have come out in the last. Because it was still funny, like the last, I don't know, like 10 years when it started a while ago, but it was really well done.
They
So
take
funny.
the entire like diversity and make fun of it in a nice way.
Yeah. Yeah.
The way
And
that dynamic.
Gloria's my favorite in it too. She's so funny because she gets all hot blooded and mad, but then she's all sweet. She's great in it. Love Modern Family.
So if you want diversity, you have someone who's significantly more famous and hotter
significantly
than Rachel Zegler.
Just make her Snow White. I don't care about the age. Use your makeup, like whatever. Egg Roll's here. What's up, Egg Roll? We gotta say Egg Roll. We need the eggs in the chat, guys.
Hello, Project Egg Roll.
Yeah, Modern Family was great.
Oh my gosh. So I don't know.
We're gonna-
If I thought about an actual Latina Snow White, I'm just trying to think. Was Jenna Ortega? She's Spanish, right? Ortega sounds Spanish.
I think so. Is she? Hold on. She's.
I just loved her in Wednesday and a bunch of other stuff as well. You as well. She was in You.
Oh yeah, she was in that. She is a. Let's see. It just says American actress. What?
Ortega
she's
sounds very Spanish. That's just, yeah. I think she would have been a good Snow White if we had to pick a Latina woman.
Yeah.
No, but we don't.
We don't need to. We shouldn't
She's
have to.
mixed. She's Mexican and Puerto
We
Rican.
don't have to.
Can't get much more Latina than that. Okay.
There we go.
Jenna Ortega. She's American, but she's Mexican.
And the other thing is,
Latina,
Jenna
or
Ortega, we've
Mexican and
learned from
Puerto
Wednesday
Rican.
that she has stood up to the writers for the script and was like, what was it? There was like a love triangle for Wednesday, and she's like, Wednesday wouldn't be in a love triangle. Wednesday doesn't care about being in
They're
love.
taking that out. That's being taken out for season 2. There's going to be no like, romantic stuff in it.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
she's like a producer or something for this one.
And she stood up
which
for
she
her
ends up-
character. We need
Mhm.
that.
We
We
do.
need people like that in Hollywood.
Her and Dakota Fanning did an interview that I loved. And like a lot of people were like, well, they're like lefties and stuff. I'm like, oh, that doesn't matter because I agree with them on this. Like they're not running around attacking the other side. You know what I mean? So I don't care what they are. But
Yeah.
they did an interview saying that they're sick of one-dimensional female characters.
They're sick
And-
of female characters being male characters.
That
Yes.
too, yeah. They
that is
yeah.
literally-
The interview was great. I think it was. I don't remember what magazine I did a video on it. It was months ago. But it was wonderful. Her and what her and Dakota Fanning were saying, it was great. It was
Dakota
refreshing to
Fanning
see.
would have been a good Snow White in
Yeah.
like 5-6 years ago, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, just give her a wig. She's like she's got the skin white as snow part down.
Yeah.
She's very light.
You know,
And
what's funny? I listened to a podcast, one of my favorite podcasts. They're very in the middle, and they said something that made me die. They're like, women want men that are like broken women.
Oh no. I missed
And it's
another
like-
donation. Sorry. Oh,
What?
sorry, my bad. I missed another donation from Jay Schwalbach. 74.29. Does that make
Wow.
everything? Thank you so much. And the message, this was about an hour ago. So sorry that I missed this. It says, okay, I'm an idiot. You made me Google Dan Vass sings I'm Your Girlfriend, and this great video of band Blossoms Your Girlfriend come up. It's wonderful. Please check it out. It's sweet.
Van
Oh,
Blossom?
Great vid of the band Blossoms Your Girlfriend. It's wonderful. Please check it out. It's sweet. Thank you for the
Okay, thanks, Jay
74.29
Schwalbach.
donation.
I love how specific he is with his
I know.
numbers.
Yeah, ABC Cinema is right. But it was very like mild. She just like danced with him and had like a little crush, like a little flirt thing with him, right? At their one party. Christina Ricci's Wednesday character had a love interest in Addams Family too.
But it's like almost awkward, but in the TV show. Did you watch it, any of you guys, Wednesday?
I did.
I've
I
seen
liked
the
it
first
a lot.
episode.
I really
Yeah,
enjoyed
okay.
it. 'Cause of
So in
Jenna.
episode 3 to 7, the stuff with the barista boy was so awkward. Like I'm like, Wednesday wouldn't do this, I don't think. Like go on dates. No. She would
I-
just like rebuke it, in my opinion, and it would just like fall into place because they're like, oh, they're hanging out, and oh, then they're on a date. But it
Yeah,
wouldn't be like, I want to take you on a date.
I
She'd
could
say
see
yes.
it happening because obviously the mother does and everything. It's just that they would have to find someone who's kind of along that line. So they would essentially be as sick as she is. And you would end up with a very freaky, weird date, like in
A macabre
cemetery.
date?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'd be really like, this is horrific. And it'd be,
Here
But
is
they'd be
the
interested.
gravestone that I love the most because it says this and it's dark and twisted.
yeah, they'd be like, oh, that's so romantic.
Yeah.
As they like
Yes,
push
see,
somebody
that
off a
would make
cliff.
sense.
Yeah. I think it is possible to do, but you get to a point where you're like, would the audience get it? And so it depends what the rest of the series was like, if it was that dark. Because I think you have to go really dark.
Yeah. Yeah. They didn't go dark enough with that guy character she was interested, the barista guy. And he ended up being the evil guy in the end, right?
Yeah.
Wicked?
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, he was being controlled by the teacher, Christina Ricci.
Oh,
So,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
he
yeah.
had
Okay.
power, but he was being controlled. So it's kind of like up in the air. He did bad things, right? But we're gonna find out now because he escapes at the end. So if he's gonna be in
I
season
need to
2,
rewatch that.
yeah, if he's gonna be in season 2 and he's not getting controlled, we're gonna see what's really up with him. Is he
Mhm,
bad
mhm.
or was he just being good? I don't know.
Maybe a little
We'll
bit of
see.
both?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. A little bit of both.
Mhm.
But
Can't wait till the next season.
should we show the video of the guy crying?
Yes.
Should we end it? She's like, absolutely. That's what we're gonna end on. And I apologize, but I don't because this made me giggle. Like, I'm sorry. So you
Is
guys
this another
are
Marvel trailer?
Like I said, men
Maybe
are
yes, it is.
broken
It's true.
women.
I mean, I
they-
heard man crying. I'm like, it's got to be Marvel.
So this person moved to New York. It's only like what is it? It's like 60 seconds long, whatever. He realized that New York City is not like the movies, and I can confirm because I've been there.
Okay,
It's not
well,
like the
first
movies.
and foremost, why would you move to NYC after Alabama? Like
That seems like a pretty big jump. Like,
yeah.
I think a lot of people grow up in like the countryside and stuff and think, I want to move to the city.
yeah.
NYC
But wait,
is
I mean,
horrible.
he says why. He thought he had very high expectations because I mean he probably watched like Gossip Girl and all those.
Oh,
you know,
XOXO,
City.
Gossip
Yeah,
Girl.
he probably watched
But they're
all those.
rich. They're rich. There's a
Exactly,
difference.
a big difference. All right. So the point of view is I moved to New York City 6 months after graduating from University of Alabama. Okay.
Guys, New York City is just like not what I thought it was going to be.
No, was this video?
Lonely.
Like instantly, it's like, I wasn't expecting this either.
The only
got a very
realistic thing is that nobody's reacting. I can confirm that when you walk around, people aren't paying attention. Like you can walk around probably
The
naked
horse
in New York City.
blinders.
Yeah, people they are not paying attention. All right, she's like really.
I can feel the tears already.
Trying to find a sugar daddy online.
It's disgusting. Like it's so dirty.
Yes,
It's a city.
it's very, but no, New York City is a special kind of.
you know
dirty. There's
what?
garbage
Okay.
everywhere.
The dirt and pollution you get on your face when I wash my face, like living out in the country versus in the city, I take the
Mhm.
wipe and I wipe, is disgusting.
Yeah,
I don't wear makeup and there's like dirt all over it. And that's Toronto. Toronto's not as dirty as NYC.
Alabama seems like it would be worse for him.
Maybe
Well,
he
I
likes it.
I think you're gonna have it like, aren't all the buildings in New York like they're just massive? They go straight up all the way.
Yeah, they're very
there's
tall.
nowhere for all the smoke from cars and stuff to go. It just sits
Also,
there.
the sewage system is pretty gross too. The potholes and the
Yes.
the stuff at the sidewalks. Like I don't forget what they're called, but they're pretty gross looking, in my opinion. Plus, going into the subway, ugh.
Yeah. Ugh.
Like it's not what I thought. Like
Squeaks
it's not
through
what it
the
looks like in the
way.
movies or the shows at all. Like I thought I was gonna be like living in the West Village and like meeting like a rich man who
Okay. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
He wanted
Like,
to meet
so-
a rich
He wanted a
man.
sugar daddy.
He's been watching Sex and the City, hasn't he? That's
Yes.
essentially what he's been
Or
doing. He
Gossip
was like, I
Girl.
thought I had $100,000 a month to spend and could just live in a skyscraper
Oh my God.
somewhere.
Oh, well,
I had
also,
A friend that moved from New York City to Buffalo, and she got a house that had 3 levels in a decent area. And she moved from a 1-bedroom, like she said the price that she paid for this house with a backyard, like nice house and everything, she would have gotten a 1-bedroom cockroach infested,
Mm.
or like a studio in New York
right
City.
in
for
the
that
heart.
price.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and that's hotels down in New York are ridiculous too.
You
You're
lost
not
your
going to
friends,
spend less
yeah.
than $300 US per night.
No.
was like an heir to a Fortune 500 company, but that's just like not
Heir to a Fortune 500 company. Like, you sorry,
What?
that's fun.
I will
Is
say,
that what we-
okay,
That's
How
what
many
he
of them
thought.
does
He
he
thought
think there are? Like, by definition, there's like 500.
dating. Okay, so dating in Toronto, I would kind of equate it to New York. I think dating as a girl who's pretty is different than dating as a gay man.
Yeah. Very different.
Yes.
Yes.
very-
So-
I think that's for everywhere, probably.
Well, I mean, it's for everywhere, but like, you're not gonna meet a Fortune 500 company guy who's, also gay and wants to be a sugar daddy
yeah.
as much as a straight woman.
He's trying to get the. Like, he's probably serious, but he's just trying to get the views. So he's like, I'm about to have a breakdown, so let me put it on TikTok.
No,
Not
but
happening,
he is
like,
right though,
I'm waiting
in the
line
sense
out.
that he would have to find someone like that to have the lifestyle that he wants.
Yes,
What he wants is a
absolutely.
lot of money.
Yeah.
Please build pianos every weekend to just, get drinks spilled on me by frat bros. And it's
Oh Oh my god, this reminds me of the Starbucks video where he's like, I have to work like an 8-hour shift, and I'm like, oh,
Oh,
my
God,
god.
Yeah.
Oh no.
It's like all of my Greek life friends have left the city because like, they couldn't handle it. I'm just so lonely and it's so expensive and my view is a brick wall and it's like
Yeah. But it's
It
expensive
is-
in New
it
York
is
City. I
expensive.
mean, I know this.
New
I'm
York
English.
State is expensive in general, but New York City is.
As an adult too, it is really hard to make friends. I mean, I sympathize with him in that sense, but at the same time, there's a reality check that he needs.
Yeah, he's yeah.
why did no one tell me this? It's just, and it's like it's so expensive.
Who was
Who
supposed
was
to tell
gonna
him
tell
this?
him?
These things aren't
Did he ask? Did he watch any of these shows?
I don't
Like,
know.
You watched Friends and Gossip Girl and Sex and the City.
The meme of Sex and the City is literally how on earth does she afford anything because she
Same
doesn't
with
ever
Friends,
work.
though.
You know
Same
That
with-
is literally-
Jennifer Aniston was a barista and afforded this big, beautiful apartment
two-bedroom
condo.
apartment. Yeah.
You shouldn't
Even
be able
Joey
to.
and Chandler's apartment was like nice for New York City standards, but like Monica's was another level. They kind of explained that, right? Saying that her grandpa or her grandma lived there and they thought her grandma still lived there and she had like rent controlled and then she just took it over. But still, I mean, even like Monica was a chef, but she was unemployed at one point. Like, how? I don't know.
Honestly, I think this guy is just getting the reality check that he needs, and that, you know, part of being an adult is making mistakes and figuring out what you want to do with your life. And it kind of sucks that you put your money in a sinkhole, but
Well, I think he wants to move back to Alabama. Like,
Yeah, move
that
back
would make the
out.
most
He
sense.
probably-
It's a lot cheaper in Alabama.
yeah, but that's
Yeah.
the life lesson. And he's turned to social media to cry about it and not think the glass half full. Now I've experienced this. I know this, and I don't want to ever do it again.
Yeah, you
Because that's
gotta
not the point of this. The point of this is attention.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, I bet you he got a lot of views, and he probably got a couple people like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, baby."
But does
and,
he
like,
get
give him
money from that? Like,
He
sorry,
might have. He might
social
have.
media attention and sympathy does not equate to anything real life of substance.
No, but it
needs
might
to
get him
click
some
his
New
ruby
York City
slippers
friends.
That's true.
on the internet. It's like I had no idea and I thought I was gonna come here and like it's just not. But
I mean, that entire thing is somebody please look after me and protect me because I'm so weak and vulnerable. That's all
Yeah.
that is.
Yeah.
It's essentially advertising.
I mean, I got married, so yeah, that helps. Maybe he
Yeah.
needs to get married. I don't see it happening.
true.
though.
No, I mean not the way he wants to. But
All I can see is I was looking at Disparu the entire time as I was saying that. Waiting for you
There
to
was a
reply.
load of things went through my head. I can't say that. Can't say that. Can't say that. Can't say that.
can't say it. Can't say it.
Dang it!
There was a thing. It was strange you bring up the coffee thing actually because just before this, Drug 3PO was streaming and he showed it. He's like, "This is the first time I've seen it." It's like, well, this clip's at least like a year old.
Yeah.
But I said in that, you could have been a housewife with kids, but instead you decided to work as a barista. I don't even regret
Yep.
it now. It's like, well, you had the opportunity. But oh yeah, it's like you could have you could have been a housewife with kids, but you chose to be strong and independent. It's like, well, yeah, we all have trade-offs. You made yours.
And that's the thing. Like, you have to realize the choices you make are so important, and you can't look at it with your own selfish lens. You have to look at it with a very eclipsing global lens, the pros and the cons of everything you do. But not people aren't they're not socialized to learn that because they're inherently selfish.
Look, you don't have to be taught that New York City is expensive. If
Agreed.
I
No.
know it, there's no excuse for anyone in America not know it. And if you
How
come
much
from
is
Alabama,
rent?
there's no reason not to know that a city is expensive. Like everybody
it's-
knows cities are expensive.
$1,500 for a shared bedroom, probably.
Yeah.
At some point, he had to go shopping for a place to rent or whatever before he moved. That should have been the slap in the face to go, oh, maybe this is quite expensive actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But there was that other TikToker, and her problem was that she said she was a server, but then she also gets tips, so it made every other job pay less. Because she had no experience, right? So you can either start on the ground floor and work your way up in marketing, which what she wanted to do.
Oh
she's
yeah,
like,
the
"But I
100K.
earn
She wanted to
more as a
make
server."
200K.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's like, maybe I could make a cute 200K. It's like, you have no idea what
A
jobs
cute
are,
200K.
what they pay, on what experience level you and work that you'd have to do for that kind of money.
But that's the funny thing. When you so this is something I've really thought into really hard. Like my job when I go into it as a healthcare professional actually pays a lot more than entry level corporate jobs. But
Yes.
the amount you can make as a corporate worker is exponential compared to what I can make in my secure union job. I have a limit, whereas they don't. So that's the trade-off that I put in when I went to this job specifically. If you want to work at your restaurant making that great of tips, it's gonna only last until it lasts. So that's the trade-off you take. But that's the thing. People don't look at it that way. They're like, oh, I'm so selfish. I want to make this money.
Yeah, all she saw was the pay cut, and she's like, "Well, I don't want to make the pay cut." It's like, in which case, that's it. You could go through your way in that company. You know, you could become a manager or whatever. But if the manager doesn't get tips, that might actually be a downgrade for you. So even a promotion could make you earn less. So at some point, you're going to have to take the hit or find a different industry. And like you say, it's the difference between working in the public sector or the private sector.
Because I could make
this is just how stuff
significantly more money working in corporate if I wanted to go work in corporate, but I'm not. Because I wanted the financial security and the benefits.
Well, it's the difference between being self-employed and not. If you're self-employed, you can actually, if you work more, you get paid more, generally. And so...
I mean, I guess I
there's
did
like a
do
sliding
that.
scale. Well, yeah, exactly. But that's one of the trade-offs. You also don't have any job security. So you
no
could
job security
potentially
whatsoever.
earn more if it works, or you might just be
I
unemployed
might F
tomorrow.
myself
Like, that's how
over
it works.
significantly. But anyway.
So we have to end it, guys. Xray has somewhere to go, but it's also our time. We made it. It's 10 o'clock.
We did it, Reddit.
If I don't know if one of my mods can do this, I'll find it. If you want to post it in the chat where you're going, she's going to be going on Project Eggroll's channel right after this, right? They start like now.
Thank you. I can't believe. So when I first met them, I actually legitimately bowed to them, not knowing I did that. And then when I saw the video, I'm like, what the freak am I
It's
doing?
genetic.
It's genetic. I see an Asian person. Oh, I know.
I will be, here we go, guys, over here. Make sure you're following Project Eggroll. She's going over there after this. I will be going on my kick, playing, I don't know what I'm going to play yet. I don't think it's going to be Sea of Thieves. I think my crew is busy.
You should play Five Nights at Freddy's and finish it.
I gotta do it. I'm gonna play all of them. So it'll either be Five Nights at Freddy's or...
Can you play Mortuary Assistant?
Maybe I should get that. Is it good?
It is scary AF.
Yeah, but so's Five Nights at Freddy's, so...
Yeah,
like,
Even
That's not a
Disparu
problem.
jumped in my channel. He
Yeah,
was in the chat.
you
He's like, okay, he's like, all right,
when
I jumped.
you were looking at the
Was it
cameras, so there was
Foxy?
no warning. And it
Was
was,
it Foxy?
And then, yeah.
I freaking hate Foxy so much.
Foxy. Look at Ian. Go away, because I am always yelling at Chica because she's just up against the window, and I'm like, go away.
Oh, that's
trying-
that's the bird,
the
right?
bird,
The
yeah.
Tweety bird. Oh, I didn't know that was named
Yes.
Chica.
Of course, yeah. The Markiplier
Chica's
named
so
his dog
slow.
Chica after that character, actually.
Hey, I mean, those videos did really well for him, so I'm not
They
surprised.
did. He was supposed to be in the movie, but he was working on his movie. But
Oh.
anyways, that's a topic for another day. Thank you guys so much for being on. We'll be back next week, and make sure you check out Disparu. He's got the Marvel Cat videos and the Robin Hood videos. He's got all the good stuff over there. Hoagies is dropping the links in the chat. Thank you. I need to take just like a quick 5-minute, and then I'll be over on Kick. So yeah, that's what we got going on. Thank you guys so much for being here, and make sure you go say hi to Xray Girl over on Project Eggroll's channel after this.
Yeah.
And that's it. Anything else that you guys got to announce? Anything you want to say before we?
No, I just
No.
want to say and be gay and say I love you guys because I'm drunk.
I'm a little tipsy too, and I love you guys too, even when I'm not drunk. Though.
in the entire world.
You guys are my bestest friends ever, and I love you.
Oh wait, should we cheers one more time before we go?
Yes, cheers.
Okay.
Wait, just for you not drinking?
I don't have anything.
Oh
Ooh.
no desk milk.
Not even milk.
Not today.
He had to
Dang it,
look-
I thought you were literally gonna pick up a milk
I
carton.
didn't know. I didn't know the first time. I was like, oh yeah, I got this.
Yeah, here we go. And it's become a thing now. It's part of the Disparu lore, the desk milk.
It is quite common. I do have milk out there. I probably should put that in the fridge.
It's just not as
Oh, jeez. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Have
Love
fun
you
over on Eggro's
guys.
channel. I'll be on Kick and Disparu. Well, you guys know where to find him too. All right. Bye, guys.
So,
Bye.